everyone, it's Emma Bennison here with another weekly update on the work of Blind Citizens Australia. First of all, an update on our AGM, which is coming up on the 4th of December at midday Eastern Daylight Savings Time. You can join a little bit earlier if you want to and hear a bit of a wrap up of what's been happening throughout the year. That starts at 11:30. And in addition to the normal AGM business, we'll also be hearing from one of our skills exchange groups who've been writing some music, and they're going to talk about their process and also play us one of their songs, which will be exciting. But the most important thing, of course, is that we did call for nominations for various positions, including the presidency, the director roles, several of those, and positions on our National Policy Council and our New South Wales ACT State Division. I can tell you that we will not be requiring elections this year, and whilst that's in one way unfortunate, because we were very much looking forward to trying our new electronic voting process. But what it does mean is that we now have that process in place and we've got it all prepared for the future. So in the future, we should be able to hold both electronic and telephone-based elections, which I think is a fantastic achievement and something which we're all very proud of here at BCA. The information about the results of the nominations is coming to you in the next week or so. So I won't go through all of those candidates here because it would make for a very long video, but you will be able to read about it in your preferred format very soon. The other thing I wanted to remind you about is that the recruitment for our next CEO is open. It closes on the 12th of November, and there is information on our website at www.bca.org.au. If you think that you have the skills to be our next CEO, or even if you don't, if you think you know someone who does, and of course, our board is definitely looking for a person who is blind or vision impaired to take on the role, then I'd certainly encourage you to share that information far and wide. And just finally, recently we held a BCA Inform event on employment, and I'd like to thank those of you who were able to attend that event. And I'd also particularly like to thank our special guest, Karen Knight from Vision Australia, who came along to speak to us about the really interesting research that Vision Australia has recently been doing around employment, or in fact, they've been doing research for some years now, but there is a new research report that you can read on their website, particularly focused on employer attitudes and some of the barriers that those attitudes create for us as people who are blind or vision impaired. And we also talked about our Eye to the Future program. Of course, that's a program about changing employer attitudes, and it's been around for a while now. But we have received funding from the Department of Social Services to continue that program and expand it. And so I would strongly recommend you keep an eye on the Eye to the Future website, which is I as in EYE to thefuture.com.au. And we have some fantastic resources there about employment, and we will be updating that website regularly, and particularly kicking off some exciting programs next year, including an internship program and also some roundtable opportunities for recruiters, because we know that the recruitment process can be inherently very inaccessible for people who are blind or vision impaired. So that's all for this week. Thank you, and I look forward to speaking to you again next week.